to Mondays with Matt. I am so excited to have you here, guys. If this is your first time, say hi, give me a 1, let me know you're excited to be here on the show. I got my comments up. I am delighted to be with you here yet again. Can you believe this is something crazy? All right, we are coming up on 3 years. 3 years that I have been doing this show. Literally, I will have hit the 3-year anniversary in a couple weeks. And I absolutely want to do a 3-year anniversary show with all of you. Give me a 1. Let me know you're excited to be here, y'all. Put some comments in. Let me know where you're watching from, because I am just honored to be here with you yet again. Ash Serenio is here. Hi, Ash. How are you doing? Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to just check in with all of you because we have so many new people coming on from Mastery of Magnetism, Mastery of Connection. Wow, I got over 25 people watching already. That's pretty cool. What's up? I love you guys so much. And I'm so excited to be here with you on Mondays with Matt, because the subject we're going to talk about tonight is near and dear to my heart. But before I do that, let me introduce myself, y'all. My name is Matt Shaffer. I am a transformational speaker and coach for women. I coach women around empowerment, connection, and relationship. I'm absolutely obsessed with what I do. I do it 7 days a week, and I am beyond honored to have you here on my show, Mondays with Matt. This is my weekly show on personal development, transformation, relationships, emotional intelligence, love, basically all the things that I'm exploring and learning about in real time. I come to you every week to share that with you and to talk to you about it and to explore it with you. So thank you for being a part of my show. Thank you for being here with me on the show. And I'm really excited about today's topic. I'm really excited to dig into today's topic with you. What we're going to talk about today, the theme of today's show is lose yourself to find yourself. Lose yourself to find yourself. Does that make sense? Now, this is a very, very important topic that I wanna share with you, and something that, think about that. What is it? What comes up for you when I talk about this? When I say lose yourself to find yourself, what do you think I mean by that? Because it's the sort of thing that I think brings up a lot of stuff for people that I don't know that I don't know that a lot of people really discover, really think about. But what does it mean to lose yourself to find yourself? By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my channel. Take a second, hit that little subscribe button. I'm always uploading new content, and I'd love to have you as part of my tribe here on YouTube, okay? Because here's the thing. We all have a fixed identity that we operate from, that we are attached to, okay? We tend to have this identity of who we are that we have created. Can you feel me there? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have an identity that we have created about who we think that we are. And what do you think that does? What do you think it does when we attach ourselves to a specific understanding of self? What do you think that does? What do you think that means? What do you think happens to us when we operate from that space? When we operate from a fixed understanding of self. Well, when we do this, when we operate from a fixed understanding of who we are, so often what we're doing is cutting ourselves off. We're cutting ourselves off from what's possible for us. We're cutting ourselves off from the infinity of what's available to us. Okay, we get attached to what? What do we identify ourselves with? We identify ourselves with our relationships, right? We identify ourselves with our career. We identify ourselves with all these aspects of our lives. And what happens when we do that? We get stuck. Exactly, Jen. We get stuck. We make people crazy. And what are we doing when we're identifying ourselves with anything outside of ourselves, with our relationships, with our jobs, with anything outside of who we are? We are giving our power away to those things. Does that make sense? We're giving our power away when we do that. And so that's why it is so profoundly important that if we want to create the lives that we have, the life that we want to have, we get to lose those attachments. We get to lose those attachments to our identity being part of our relationship, to our identity being part of our job. We are not defined by who we date. We are not defined by what our job is. We are not defined by any of that. In order to step into the life that is waiting for us, in order for us to step into our truest, deepest understanding of self, we get to lose ourself. We get to remove those attachments. Give me a 1 if you can relate to that. And what does that look like? What does it look like to lose yourself? Well, let me tell you. What do you think? What do you think it means to lose yourself? Because what I'm telling you is in order to lose yourself, you get to look at all the things that you use to define your identity. Where are you attached? Where are you attached to a person? Where are you attached to a job? Where are you attached to anything and you're clinging to that as your sense of self? Because I guarantee you, you are so much more than what it is that you have attached yourself to. You can create possibilities beyond that. But in order for you to create possibilities beyond that, you have to be willing to say, I am not what exists around me right now. You get to be open that there's something more out there, that there's something greater for you possible. And you get to step into that. Are you with me? So look at your beliefs. Look at your identifying statements about who you are, about what you're worthy of. And be willing to let go of that. Be willing to release that. Have the courage to say, I am not going to allow myself to be defined by any of this. I am going to release it. I'm going to release it. And I'm going to say, you know what? There's something greater for me possible here. And in order for me to find that, I need to let go of who I thought I was. I need to let go of my scarcity. I need to let go of my fear. I need to let go of all the things that I've been clinging to because I'm afraid there might be something greater out there, because I guarantee you there is. Can you commit to doing that? Can you commit to releasing what it is that you think you are? Because I guarantee you, you are so much more. I guarantee you there is so much greater possible for you. I guarantee you, if you have the courage to lose yourself, if you have the courage to walk away from anything in your life that is no longer serving you, anything in your life that is no longer expanding you, any relationship that doesn't feel good, any relationship, any aspect of your life that is limiting you and holding you back and shutting you down, have the courage to walk away from that. Have the courage to lose yourself. Have the courage to let go of that aspect of who you are and say, you know what? I have faith that there is something greater for me out there. I have faith that there is a deeper understanding of self that exists out there in the unknown. And I'm going to find myself out there in the void. I'm going to find myself out there in this beautiful unknown. Because I have faith that I am greater than what I have settled for up until now in my life. Give me a 1 if you can relate to that, guys. Because I am so committed to each and every one of you stepping out there into the unknown, into this beautiful, I know it's scary, because here's something that's going to happen. Here's something that's going to happen. JC says it best. It's difficult, but it is so worth it. Jen says it great. You have to truly love who you are, value yourself, and you will grow endless possibilities. Exactly, Jen. Exactly. We get to step into the endless, limitless possibilities that are available to each and every one of us. And the only way that will ever happen, if you have the courage to say, All these things around me that no longer serve me, they get to go. And now I'm ready to step into and embrace something new. And that is going to be, and you know what's going to happen when you do that? You're going to have to face something that's going to be a little painful. You're going to have to face your ego. You're going to have to face your fear. You're going to have to face that little voice in your head telling you that, why would you let go of this man? Why would you let go of this relationship? I know he doesn't treat you the way that you want. He doesn't make you as happy as you could be. But guess what? What if there's nothing better out there? What if the unknown is more disappointment? What if you find somebody who's worse? What if you meet somebody who's even worse than this guy? Remember the guys you dated before him? They were even worse. I know that fear. I know that fear. But guess what? Just because this guy may be, the best that you found so far, doesn't mean that he is your greatest possibility. But if you're not willing to let him go, you're not going to be able to step into that greater possibility that exists for you. You have to create space in your life to invite in that person. Are you with me? That's the Matt Challenge. The Matt Challenge for you this week is to look at your life and ask yourself, where and what in my life can I let go of? What in my life can I walk away from? How can I lose myself in order to find my greater self? Can you guys commit to doing that? I would love to see each and every one of you out there do that. Jen says, don't settle, know your value, and you will attract that to you. Exactly, Jen. Bing says it beautifully, being true to self. Nancy says, I have released. I have faith that God can give me more than anything I could possibly imagine. Amazing. Because I just want to bring this back home and just reinforce to you that in order for you to find yourself, it is going to take you having the courage to lose yourself. There's a paradox there that is so deeply important. And as we release our old sense of self, as we release all of the definitions of who we thought that we were and all the limitations that we thought, encapsulated us, once we start tearing away all the boxes and containers that we've put ourselves in, we emerge into this beautiful, glorious, powerful, limitless, new understanding of self. This is something that I'm taking on every day in my own life. I am continually coming up against the edge of who I understand myself to be and pushing beyond it and stepping into something new. And that is available to each and every one of you. Because the life I have created for myself through years of taking myself on, taking on my ego, taking on my wounds, facing my fear and stepping into them and walking every day, walking one more step away from that old understanding of who I was, losing myself just a little bit more and stepping every day into a greater sense of who I am. With every step I take away from that understanding of who I am, a new version of myself emerges. A new understanding of my identity blossoms. 8 months ago, 6-7 months ago, I didn't have a YouTube channel. Now I have 32,000 subscribers and I'm about to hit 2 million views. Because I decided that I was going to start stepping into that space. I am giving you permission to lose yourself. I am giving you permission to walk away from who you think you are and step into who you know you can be. There is a greater version of you waiting in the unknown. Give me a 1 if you're on board with that. We have Faye says, wow, I just subbed last week and just turned on live and this is exactly what I need to do. Yeah, and this especially goes, I know so many ladies, so many of you amazing ladies here on my YouTube channel, you're all here for relationship and men and empowerment, and I get it, right? So one of the greatest places that we limit ourselves and one of the greatest places we give our power away is in our relationships. And so I want you to look at it and I want you to ask yourself, are the relationships and the type of relationships that you are creating and surrounding yourself within your life, are those type of relationships, are they serving you? Are they an embodiment of who you are now? Are they an embodiment of where you are going? Or do they represent who you used to be? Do they represent your fear? Do they represent your limitations? Do they represent you settling for something that you know deep down you are not worthy of? You're worthy of more. It breaks my heart. I have worked with so many women. I have an incredible class going on right now, Mastery of Connection, with 1,500 women in this amazing Facebook group, right? And so many of the women that I talk to, they're in these relationships, they're in these situationships with men where they're just settling for so much less than they're worthy of. And I am here to tell you, I guarantee that if you have the courage to walk away from what's no longer serving you, you will find something greater in the unknown. But you have to lose yourself to find yourself. You have to lose the love that's representative of your fear and of your limitations. You have to lose that love to find that great, beautiful, worthy love that's waiting for you. It's waiting for you, and it is ready for you. The only person standing between you and the love and the relationship that you are worthy of is unworthiness. Is the voice in your head, is your ego, is your fear. Give me a 1 if that resonates with you, if you can relate to that. Are you with me there? Nancy says, I'm back diving into my future. There you go, Nancy. I love it. Caitlin says, it seems like every time I try to find myself, my boyfriend makes me feel like his happiness comes from within him. Yeah, and that's a great point, Caitlin, and that's something that a lot of men will do, especially if a man, has latched onto you. Right, is he'll try to make you think that, you are dependent upon him for your happiness. And what is he doing then? He's trying to make you feel that your identity, that your sense of self is dependent upon him. You know what I'm saying? And what you get to do is you get to recognize that when he is doing that, he wants you to give your power away to him. And that is absolutely unacceptable. That is absolutely non-negotiable. That doesn't get to happen anymore. Those days are over, right? And if any man is sitting here when you try to walk away and he tries to make you feel like your life, like your stability, like your happiness is dependent upon him, then that is one of the ultimate signs that he gets to go, that he no longer gets to be a part of your life. Are you with me? Give me a 1 if you are with me on this, okay? Because I am beyond tired of men taking women's power away and putting them in a box. We're trying to take their power away, trying to trick them into thinking that they need them to be happy. Let me be the first one to tell you, I am an empowerment, connection, and relationship coach. There's a reason that those words are in that order, because your empowerment gets to come first. Your empowerment will lead to you creating connections that are in alignment with that empowerment, which will lead to a relationship that is a reflection of your empowerment. But your empowerment, your understanding that you are tremendously powerful, that you are worthy of everything you've ever wanted in your life, that's the foundation of the life that you get to have. That's it. It isn't the relationship doesn't get to come first. The relationship isn't what gives you the empowerment. Your relationship will be a reflection of your understanding of of the masterpiece of who you are. Are you with me here? Please let me know. Let me know if you're on board. Let me know if you're ready to lose yourself. Let me know if you're ready to lose that old, that egoically crafted, wounded version of self and step into a new understanding of the beauty of who you are. Because that is what I am holding for each and every one of you. And Margaret says, I'm so in love with a married man. And yeah, Margaret, and this happens. This happens to a lot of us out there. This happens to women out there. And I want you to ask yourself, what is it about, a married man that draws you in? What is it about, what about his inaccessibility, right? What about the fact that, he's put somebody else first over you? What does that say about your relationship with yourself? Every relationship that you have in your life is a reflection of your relationship with self in some way. Okay? So there's a deeper underlying thing going on in your life. with the way your understanding of yourself and who you're worthy of, that has led to you being drawn to a man who is pretty much indefinitely unable to give you what you truly want, right? There's a worthiness conversation or a deeper conversation happening there. You see what I'm saying? So these are all things to be yeah, exactly. Lisa says it beautifully. A man should enhance your life you already have going on, or he gets to go. He gets to go. A man does not get to define your sense of self. You get to lose any man or any situation that is trying to suck you in and subsume your identity. Are you with me? So I hope that this resonated with you. And the MAT challenge for this week, is for you to look at your life and ask yourself, what would it be? What do you need to lose? How can you, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. How can you lose yourself to find yourself? Boom. This is going to be the MAT challenge for this week. All right. In what areas of your life? And go ahead and put them in the comments here. Let's declare it. Oh, I misspelled it. How can you lose yourself to find yourself? MAT challenge. Go ahead and declare it in the comments. What would it look like? Because I'm constantly doing this in my own life. I'm constantly looking at what can I release? What aspects, what limitations, what aspects of myself have I become attached to and identified with that I can release and step into a greater possibility? Okay? And nowhere is this more important than in relationship, than in loving connection with men. Lose any part of yourself that is not honoring who it is that you want to evolve into. Lose any part of who you have attached yourself with that is not in alignment with the type of relationship, with the type of love that you want to experience in your life. Awesome. We got a lot of people who are in on this. DJ's in on it. Miss Patricia's in on it. Nancy, Margaret, JC, Jen Haas. Yeah, and it's great. And Jen says it beautifully. It's great to lose yourself over and over and over because then you never stop growing. Yeah, this is a lifelong process of losing yourself to find yourself. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, take a second, hit that little subscribe button. I'm always uploading new content, new videos every day, every week, and I'd love to have you as part of the tribe here on YouTube. Put in the comments, let me know what it is you're committed to letting go of. What is it that you're committed to releasing? Right? And let's go ahead and click the link in the comments or caption too. I've created some great training, some great materials that I know are going to make a huge difference in your life and in your journey. Okay, so I hope that this landed with you, and I will see you next time on Mondays with Matt. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.